Hey, Gemini, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your February 2024 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Gemini, your key themes for the month of February, you have Animal Kingdom, the great outdoors, and adventure. This is an exciting combination. However, I do feel like there are some very important lessons around unconditional love, around companionship, around support. This may include your animals, of course, but for a lot of you, this is the energy that we feel when we have that unconditional love between a pet and yourself, right? This is the energy of feeling like you have support, like you're not alone. And for a lot of you, this does have to do with family. It has to do with a relationship or soul tribe, connecting to others, partnerships, relationships. So I feel for a lot of you, you may even be connecting more with signs and symbols regarding animals in the month of February. So some of you could be dreaming more about the animal kingdom. You may have your own animals, and there are a lot of possibly messages coming through as well. You may have lost animals. They may have crossed over the rainbow bridge. For some of you, you could even be integrating and adopting a new animal in the month of February. But pay attention to the animals that you do see in the great outdoors, because there's always a really beautiful message that can come through when we see specific animals, whether it's a skunk, whether it's a coyote, whether it is a deer, whatever animal may show up for you. Pay attention to the message that goes along with the animal kingdom. But I also see here, some of you are going through a spiritual transition when it comes to conditional love versus unconditional love. You may be leaving behind things or learning lessons that have to do with you kind of coming back into touch with yourself. And that's where we get into the great outdoors here, because this is about getting in touch with yourself, your intuition, your higher self, getting back out in nature. Some of you, it's about unplugging, maybe even getting out of the city, getting out of maybe some sort of societal norms or family norms that you felt pressured into. For others of you, this is about taking a little bit of a hiatus, getting outdoors, maybe going hiking, going camping, traveling, going on a vacation, or just spending some time soaking up the sunshine. And that's so important for all of us, but especially you, Gemini, in the month of February. It's important to ground your energy. Okay, because we do have Aquarius, which is your fellow air sign, in the energy for a big portion of February. So you may be feeling a little bit spacey at times, or maybe even a little bit overwhelmed with the brilliant ideas that may be coming through for you. Make sure that you are grounding that energy. Otherwise, you're going to feel a little bit lost, a little bit chaotic, and a little bit all over the place. So get out in the great outdoors, get out in some open space if you can. Take some time to unplug. Some of you may even be unplugging from social media, or just taking some you time this month. Getting out by the water, maybe boating, sailing, going on a cruise, going fishing, paddleboarding, kayaking, anything like that would be very beneficial. Now, if you live in a place where it is a little bit colder, like I live here at this time, you may be wanting to just spend even 5 minutes getting outside. Just spend 5 minutes. Some of you could be doing some outdoor sports such as skiing or ice fishing as well. That would be very therapeutic. Now, you do have adventure here. This is showing up for you in the future position. I'm getting an energy around your birthday, Gemini, so May, June, but I'm also getting here March. So there could be exciting times ahead. Maybe some of you are planning to take a trip. Some of you are planning to adopt a new animal. But this is about new opportunities. It's about spiritual quests. For some of you, world travel, or feeling like you want to take on some sort of new excursion, new opportunity, new quest, whether this be in your career, in your health, in your love life. This kind of coincides with the Eight of Cups. For me, it's that eat, pray, love energy of, okay, what do I need to do here? I feel a little bit stuck in the energy. I need to shake things up. I need to get outside. I need to try something new. And we actually see the Eight of Cups showing up in your energy. So it may be that you're going through some lessons at this time around maybe conserving your energy, cutting your loss here, maybe even walking away from a situation in order for you to head towards this next new grand adventure. Now, Gemini, the bottom of the deck, you do have perspective. Now, this could be what's going on subconsciously is you are shifting your perspective on possibly what you thought was your either companionship or what you thought was supporting you. A lot of you are shifting and you're seeing something from a new focal point. This is a new point of view. This is big picture thinking. Maybe that's why you're stepping out into some sort of solitude or getting some time away from a person, place, thing, or career in order for you to gain this clarity. Okay, this is big picture thinking, professional guidance, and maybe even being able to take off some sort of rose-colored lens in order to see things from, again, a new light. We have rest and retreat. So there's another card about taking a little bit of a time out so you can gain clarity on this new perspective. It can be about downtime. Some of you needed to heal or you are recovering. You're going through a process that may have been a little bit stagnant or difficult, maybe even a loss for some of you. Some delays I'm getting. It may have been around family as well. And then you do have authenticity. It's in order to bring you back to you. And that's the great outdoors energy we were talking about. It's about you getting back in touch with yourself, Gemini. This is all about your unique vision. This is about you feeling comfortable in your own skin. This is about your inner truth and being honest about the situation instead of maybe, again, seeing it through the lens of something that may have felt rosy or may have been an illusion to you. Okay, this is about being ethical, being honest, and getting real about this new exciting time showing up for you. Even if it doesn't feel quite exciting at this time, which for some of you, it's still because you're healing. But I absolutely feel without a doubt that the next 4 to 8 weeks, you're going to see a huge perspective shift because this is showing up subconsciously for you. I mean, you know this, but maybe you don't quite feel it yet. You don't quite believe that it's happening for you because you're still going through some transitioning. Now, Gemini, you start off with the Eight of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands did show up in reverse, so there could have been delays when it comes to achieving your 10 of Pentacles, which is what most people's dream is, right? It's the family, the support, the vehicle, the vacation, the home, being able to have money in the bank or have enough. It's about being able to leave a legacy, love what you do here on earth, to make a living, loving your job, just feeling a part of, the greater whole, greater purpose, the greater good. There may have been a sudden love affair. Okay, some of you, this was maybe very fast, very passionate. For others of you, this can be about a split-second decision when it comes to your finances or your career that may have led to some rapid gains, or it could be a delay in both of those energies because like I said, the Eight of Wands did show up in reverse. So perhaps some of you want to feel this passion in this family dynamic. You want to have your 10 of Pentacles. You want to have rapid gains, but for whatever reason, there are delays. And those whatever reasons could be based on conditions and unconditional love, right? Maybe companionship. Maybe you don't feel like you have the support. Some of you may have lost touch with your own self, your own intuition, because you felt like the universe didn't have your back here. But I see that just because there's a delay here or there has been a delay doesn't mean that you're not going to achieve this 10 of Pentacles here, which is securing a family life. This is a big dream that you may have, Gemini. This is legacy, right? It is securing a sense of stability here in the physical earthly realm. When it comes to money, this is wealth, family, inheritance. Some of you, there could have been something quick that came in around money, okay, or around a family dynamic, and it happened so quick, it kind of left you in a little bit of a whirlwind, and it maybe even knocked some of you on your you-know-what, and it kind of left you sitting there like, wow, what the hell just happened? and you needed to kind of recover or recoup from something that happened quite suddenly. Okay, maybe for some of you, it was a tower moment, and I'm getting the last 6 months. The last 6 months has been very crucial for a lot of souls here on planet Earth when it comes to relationships specifically, especially with self, with others, with family, with friends, with siblings. Okay. Now, middle of your reading, you do have the Eight of Cups and the Strength. Boy, oh boy, has it taken you all of your strength, all of your courage, all of your determination to possibly not give up on a dream, not give up on someone that you love, or even walk away from a situation, whatever resonates with your story, because you can see that she is facing this Ten of Pentacles. So for some of you, there are big changes going around or transitioning through your family life, right? Could be divorce, could be marriage, could be family loss, right? There could have been some sudden changes. Maybe a family member had to come live with you, or maybe you had a child that moved out suddenly or moved in suddenly. Excuse me. I just feel for some of you, whatever you had gone through here with this Eight of Cups, this is big. I mean, the Strength card showing up says, I don't really want to leave something behind or feel abandoned or feel like I have to move beyond, right? But there is an energy here of needing to maybe walk away from a situation, right? Gain that solitude to gain some sort of clarity or perspective. Now, some of you may be able to kind of come or bring something back together or back into balance. But for others of you, it is going to take you a lot to move on from a situation here, because this can be about cutting your losses and reserving your energy. This is about you being in a strong position or heading towards a sound venture. But I will say here, with the Animal Kingdom coming in, this kind of clarifies as well, the Strength card. And I feel like this is about you digging into that primal strength, that urge, that need, that desire for fulfillment, right? Because the Eight of Cups walks towards their Nine of Cups, their wish fulfillment. But it doesn't come at an easy cost, right? It means that you've gone through some things here. You are aligning. That's what's happening. This whole reading here for you, Gemini, is about alignment. And it's frustrating because it's requiring you to stay patient. It is requiring you to stay strong in your energy here. It is requiring you to not self-sabotage, to get into that energy of self-discipline. Okay, because you've already been on both sides of, the shadow. You know what the shadow is, and you also know how strong you are. You know what you're made of. You really do. And I feel like there is a position here where it's going to require you to just step away in order to heal and bring something back into balance. And even if that bringing it back into balance means that you walk away and say, bye, I've learned these lessons. Even though it's very difficult and I don't want to walk away, but I need to, because that is part of my growth. That is part of my wish fulfillment. Even though I don't see it as a wish maybe at this time, I know that it will come in if I'm strong enough to move forward. And for others of you, it is about taking a pause or a step in order to maybe heal, gain a new perspective, forgive, work on some of your own even shadows, right? Even some of your own weaknesses, some of your own self-sabotage, some of your own self-discipline, taking that time away from a person, place, thing, energy, work, health, relationship, in order to bring it back into balance. And then lastly here, you do have the Six of Pentacles, which is the card of reciprocity, right? You can see here, it almost looks like a beggar. And you actually see the balance scales there. So there is the Libran justice energy. And Gemini, some of you could be dealing with a Libra. For others of you, this is the card of justice. It's the card of karma. It's the card of balance. At least justice is. But the Six of Pentacles is about learning the lessons around karma, around reciprocity, around things that feel one-sided. And it can be about financial backing and teamwork. Six of Pentacles can be about sharing resources where everyone benefits. And that is the energy of conditional love versus unconditional love. When we are in that energy of conditional love, it's a selfish energy of, I'm going to do what's best for me, or I need to get ahead here, even if that means I step on toes, or even if it means I hurt people, right? And I feel like a lesson within this dynamic is saying we don't have to do that. We don't have to feel like we're in fight or flight 24/7. We don't feel like we have to have this upper hand. We don't feel like we have to have the last word, or we have to constantly be in this struggle where those balance scales there are completely off kilter. The lesson here is reciprocity. It is where both people benefit here. It is teamwork. And when it comes to finances as well, if you are not being paid or recompensed for your worth, you may be deciding to move on and search for something more meaningful that's going to pay you more money. If this is a relationship, you are deciding to move on because you know that you're worth it. It has to do with worthiness as well, because it doesn't matter that this person is a beggar. It doesn't matter that they're poor. Does that mean that they should have less of an experience? Does that mean that they should have less of an opportunity as someone who has money here? Right? It's about balance. And sometimes it's those people that we learn most of. People that maybe we shun, or we look the other way, or we feel like we're better than, right? That's a big lesson here coming in for someone, right? For someone or yourself around karma. And then lastly here, we have the Four of Swords. This is about healing. It's about healing oneself. As they say, when you heal, we all heal. This is much needed time for self-care, for self-love, to rejuvenate the body, the mind, and the soul. This is about resting after a lot of hard work, right? After you put a lot of work, because eights are about work, and we see the Eight of Cups showing up here. We are also in an eights global year. 2024 breaks down to 8. Eights are about power, authority, strength, materialism, control, and speed. And we see all of those facets in your reading here. So when this Four of Swords shows up, this is about resting so you don't burn yourself out, because some of you already did. You already burnt yourself out. You were overthinking a situation. You may have even created a dis-ease excuse me, or an illness in the body. You may have let your thoughts get the best of you. Some of you, I feel like you may have even at times had a little bit of a mental breakdown. Okay, and this Four of Swords is saying that's why it is important to get out in nature, get back in touch with yourself, separate, allow this pause. It's like a pregnant pause, right? It's like the nesting phase right before a woman goes into labor. She tends to go through a nesting period where, yes, she wants to get everything done, but it's important to reserve your energy, because you're going to need it when you start to give birth and when you start to head towards this new adventure here. So you are heading towards a new adventure, female or male, it does not matter. But first there is a pause, there's a healing required in order for you to take that leap and bound when it comes to fully embracing this Ten of Pentacles, this happiness when it comes to family, this energy of feeling fulfillment. Okay, this can be about inheritance as well, something with an inheritance, or something with someone in the family being a legacy, leaving a legacy behind. I also sense that some of you, this may have to do with children, okay? And we actually see the dog layer. Oh my goodness, look at this. You can't make this up. It's the same dog. It's the same dog on both those pictures. Some of you, this could be maybe either a beagle or an Irish, are they Irish setters? Or it may be a dog who has brown and white patches here. Okay, maybe the name Patches means something. Okay. There's another type of breed, and I can't think of the name here. But I feel like a lot of you, this has to do with trust. Trusting and loyalty. Being loyal to maybe yourself when it comes to a family dynamic. This has to do with trusting that your finances are going to recover. Okay, some of you, this is financial recovery. Some of you may have lost money in a divorce, or you may have lost money to This is interesting. They just gave me Uncle Sam here, and a lot of us know what that means. So maybe there's been a loss of money to Uncle Sam, or maybe you have an uncle named Sam. But the Ten of Pentacles is about wealth and family and legacy. And I feel like you're going to get back on your feet in no time here, Gemini. So diving into wealth, career, finances, and abundance, you have the butterfly, you have the seal the deal, and you have the Buddha card. So this is a really powerful spiritual transformation. The butterfly and the Buddha, I mean, that's pure transformation if I ever seen it when it comes to your career, your finances, your wealth. This can be about sudden changes, which we see here with the Eight of Wands. For some of you, it does talk about frivolous spending. Try to rein in your spending. And that's so interesting because I think that was the intuitive guided message that I received for Gemini that I posted in the newsletter. If you haven't signed up for the newsletter, you can find that link in the description box below, but it did have something to do with Gemini. Just pay attention to your finances. Make sure you're not overindulging. If you haven't indulged for quite some time, then yeah, allow yourself that break this month and do what you need to do. But if you tend to maybe be a little bit of an overspender, just watch your pocketbook. Save for a rainy day. This may be about temporary work, making work a little bit more fun. Some of you, this has to do with a short-term loan or a temporary position that you are going through. If there's been some changes and maybe you were laid off, know that this is temporary. It's not a permanent position here that's going to make you or break you. Okay, and a lot of you, that's about that perspective, shifting out of maybe a more pessimistic mindset, thinking that life is over when this is just a temporary position, okay, short term. Because you will seal the deal in a new contract here. If some of you decided to walk away or cut your losses, I absolutely see without a doubt a new contract coming in here for you. This could be a gift of money, again, inheritance. It could be some sort of payout, windfall. There could be a new document coming in here. For others of you, this does have to do with clerical work, administrative work, writing, maybe even staying put in this position that you are in or that you get offered. But I think that there is some sort of healing and new perspective and individuality with the authenticity card showing up. It's about you being comfortable in your own skin, you showcasing your unique talents and your gifts. I feel like you are the master of your craft, and a lot of people really appreciate your skills. And even if you don't see that happening right at this moment, I feel like there is a new contract coming in for you. Now you also have the Buddha card. This is a powerful energy about life purpose, Gemini. It has to do with more than just money. Whatever your craft is, if you're making money off of it, awesome. That's excellent. But this is so much deeper than just that monetary or financial. This is spiritual wealth. Some of you are being guided to counsel others, maybe through life coaching, tarot reading, Reiki healing, massage. This could be nutrition, wellness, health, maybe starting a YouTube channel, whatever this is for you. And you may make money off this as well. But for others of you, this is about you being divinely guided. This is about you being on your divine path. And it's important to remember, as Glennon Doyle says, we can do hard things. So you have the strength card showing up here. This is a big yes card. So even some days when you ask yourself, do I have the spiritual strength to keep on going? Yes, you do, because you can do hard things. All right, let's take a look at love, Gemini. Children could be involved. All right, we do have the child card. We do see the children in the Ten of Pentacles as well. This may have to do with maybe your children, someone else's children. Perhaps it has to do with healing, childhood, parental dynamics when it comes to, again, maybe even societal or familial conditionings when it comes to how someone should be raised or how we raise children, how many children, do I want to be with someone with children? Is this person's child or is my child affecting or interfering with the dynamic here? I also feel like there's something I'm hearing grandparents and child as well. So that could be part of the mix. For others of you, this is childlike behavior. It could be immaturity, and that could be a cause for some situations in love. Okay, some of you are just in love with a big old child, I'm hearing as well. Your love life is being affected by children for some of you, if that resonates. We have romantic feelings here, Gemini. This is all about your feelings. They are very, very real. They are worth exploring. That's the one constant, right? Is even though feelings ebb and flow, they come and go, our feelings are unique to our own self, right? Our feelings are valid. If you're sad and someone comes and tells you you're not sad, right? You're not sad. I mean, they don't know. They're your feelings. So it's very real to explore them, but it's also very important to realize that feelings never last. They're always fleeting. They come and go. So today you may have a sad day. Tomorrow it may be the best day of your life, right? This relationship may be very, very difficult, very, very hurtful, but this too shall pass. And that's kind of what I get here. But for some of you, there is a relationship or there is someone on your mind that you do have very valid feelings for. And maybe you want to have a family with this person, but I also feel like there could be a delay in reaching this energy. Maybe the person is going through some stuff. Maybe that person doesn't have the same feelings, right? It's about you getting real, getting raw, getting honest. And that can be difficult to do, especially when feelings are present. Now, you also have something with very soon. When it comes to your romantic life, especially because we have the Eight of Wands, which can turn on a dime, it can be very quick communication. Excuse me. It says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Yeah, there is a shift happening here for you. And I feel after some sort of delayed period or process of healing, there's going to be something quick that comes in. And for some of you, it could be romance. It could be family. It could be 10 of Pentacles here. It could be marriage even for some of you. Some of you, this has to do with honeymoon. Okay, this has to do with moving, going on a new adventure, taking a look at a new life, a new perspective. Maybe even going to a peaceful place in your emotions, right? We see that here with the rest and retreat. It does say peaceful place. So how can we come to a more peaceful, balanced, harmonizing energy in our relationships, in our romantic, in our love, in our, within our children, within our family? So things are changing here very, very soon for you, Gemini. And out of the Soul Truth deck, very important messages here along with some prompts that can help you at this time or in this month. How can I surrender even more in this moment? And remember that Four of Swords is a surrender energy. It is essential to have clear, strong intentions of what we desire, but it's equally important for us to detach from the outcome. Yeah, because that's that Eight of Cups. There's some sort of attachment here, even though you know that you need to let go of something in order to reach the Ten of Pentacles, in order to harmonize or bring balance into a situation. It's time to surrender. Let the universe have some breathing room to work. Let go of the wheel and trust so deeply that your trust turns into gratitude for what you cannot see yet, but you know is coming. And there's that energy of trust that we talked about with the loyalty and with the dog. Today's soul action, Gemini, know this so deeply that your soul vibrates. You are not alone. Your life has purpose, and the more you surrender, the more God can produce miracles in your life. Today's mantra: I surrender, I accept all that I cannot change, and I release the outcome, and I joyfully trust the process. Beautiful. You joyfully trust the process because you see that there are exciting times ahead. You have this deep knowing that if you can get through this, you can get through anything. And you're going to move forward here with strength and with courage and with dignity and with integrity and tact. You have, am I communicating my needs? Your needs matter. What are you needing right now that you haven't communicated? What are you afraid of? Is it possible that what you are fearing is not true? Today is soul action. Journal these answers. What are my needs? And am I saying no and yes, enough based on my desires? Am I telling my full truth? Do I believe that my needs matter, and do I share them with others? Do I ask for what I want? When communicating my needs, what am I resisting and with whom? What do I need in order to feel safe enough to express my needs? Yeah, there's this energy of maybe not feeling security, not feeling safety, not feeling like other people, right, are going to be reciprocal of those needs. Six of Pentacles, not feeling like you have that emotional support or financial support, but we need to communicate instead of suppressing or holding back. And that's why you have this surrender card here. And lastly, whom can I serve? And we talk about this in the Six of Pentacles here as well, as you look at that servant or that beggar. In a world lacking soul-to-soul connection, small and simple acts are what creates the biggest and most lasting impact. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of others. Who needs you today, Gemini? Today is soul action. Listen to your heart. Who needs you? Make one soulful connection today and give solely to spread more love. Expect nothing in return. Notice the joy that you feel when you serve others. Of course, you can't serve from an empty cup, but if you have enough, right? If you're feeling generous, I have to take that back here because I feel like sometimes that is what fills our cup, is being of service. So yes, they say you can't pour from an empty cup, but I happen to feel when we give without expecting anything in return, even if it's a smile, even if it's holding the door open, that sometimes tends to fill our cup, that generosity, that love, that being of service, knowing that you are and can make a difference. Even if that person doesn't smile back, even if that person doesn't give you a thank you for opening that door, right? You're paying it forward, and that in itself is going to bring good karma to you. That's going to fill your cup, Gemini. All right, last but not least, let's get a message from the crystal spirits. And at this time, Gemini, we're going to tune into your third eye chakra by taking a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Nice big breath in. And with your eyes closed and upon your exhale, I want you to tune in to that third eye center, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I'd like for you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be, not an animal. Let's take that back. The first crystal or gemstone, if I didn't say that. Whew, this Aquarius energy is getting to me. Please close your eyes and tune into that gemstone or crystal. And if you had an animal, I'll honor that as well. And perhaps your crystal or gemstone is shiny. Perhaps it's emanating a beautiful color. Maybe you even know the name of the crystal that's showing up in your mind's eye. Perhaps it's a vibrational frequency that you feel coming from your gemstones or crystals. Maybe it's a feeling of unconditional love, grounding, healing, or even abundance. There is no right or wrong answer, Gemini. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your crystals, gemstone, or animal. I can't even remember if I said animal. In the comment section below the video, and I personally will enter you into that giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of each month and post right back here on the channel. All right, so you have 3 cards that came out. We're only going to read one. We have Pyrite, which is like fool's gold. Okay, I think that's the one we're going to read here is Pyrite. That's the first one up, card 45. Some of you may be 45 years old. We have Pink Sapphire, card 44. Isn't that interesting? And we also have Auralite, card 8. So we have heart chakra energy, we have spiritual and divine connection, and then we have some fool's gold here as well. And this is all about inherent value. It's about knowing your worth. It's about self-appreciation and genuine abundance and prosperity within. When it comes to relationships, we'll read both the relationships and the wealth or abundance sector. It says, Pyrite Spirit has a clear message for you. Observe and appreciate the inherent value in your experiences and relationships. Those small moments of joy as you interact with the ones you love. Those people around you who offer you support. Do you stop to appreciate the cumulative effects of your relationships with those who enhance your life? Today is the perfect day to do so. And as you look at the inherent value of things, notice the wealth of wisdom you are gaining as a result of a variety of experience with a diversity of people. Pay attention to whether your relationships have value. Are some simply ones that you have accumulated, perhaps even starting to detract from your life? If they don't have inherent value, Gemini, let them go. For you are meant to experience relationships rich in love and support. Beautiful. That kind of clarifies what we were talking about here with the Eight of Cups. Now, when it comes to your abundance, prosperity shows up in different forms. Do you see and appreciate the inherent value in what you own, enjoy, and experience? Pyrite, also known as fool's gold, reminds us that there is great value in many aspects of life, not just the material, and that's why you have the Buddha card here as well. This crystal spirit is here to draw your attention to all that is available to you. Support, love, and resources to build upon. You don't have to do it all by yourself either. There's that Six of Pentacles. The universe is your ally and wants you to experience prosperity. The road sometimes gets a little wonky, but only because you are being called to consider the riches you may be overlooking in your quest for more. Find the inherent value in what is yours, the memories, experiences, and situations that have brought you here to the brink of a breakthrough. If you are willing to practice appreciation, move away from the externally imposed systems of valuation and what others find worthy to determine and appreciate what is valuable to you. Pyrite Spirit will show you how much you have and are manifesting to co-create your most abundant life. And we talked about that in the beginning as well. This stone aligns us with grounded action. And we also talked about you being grounded with the great outdoors. So for those of you that are feeling a little bit ungrounded, okay, it assists us in learning to take action one step at a time toward a desired physical outcome. When you do meditate with Pyrite, it helps you tune into the great value in all aspects of your life, the abundance and potentiality that await you. Then you'll be a magnet for prosperity. Beautiful energy here. So it does clarify if there is inherent value, take a look at where, but if something isn't of value in your life any longer, it may be because you may be attached to that because your own societal standards, norms, beliefs may be saying that's what determines my value, when no, it doesn't. It's no longer giving you value. Therefore, we need to eradicate that belief that it's giving us something when it's truly not, in order for us to bring harmony and balance into our lives. That's what I have for you, Gemini. I hope this resonates. Very powerful month ahead for you. If you like the message, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe. Do comment your crystals, your gemstones, or even your spirit animal in the comment section below. Thank you so very much for tuning in, Gemini. Lots of love.